Welcome all, Raymond Stream Gamers, once again with another video of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. This video is going to talk about things like live weather and real time, which are linked kind of ish together, multiplayer and the different presets of multiplayer, as well as AI traffic. And I'm going to kind of go over this stuff and explain this in a more detailed view rather than what we have here in 2024. So first of all, you back out. So you click on free flight. And once you're in free flight, you go up to here where it says conditions. And these are the conditions that you can change. So right now you see I've got live weather and time, live traffic, and live multiplayer. All of those are turned on, checked off, right? Do that, change that, and if I save that, and I go back in, oops, that's not what I wanted to do, and I go back into flight conditions, you can see that I've changed that preset. Now I have the ability to change the preset, and I can set whatever preset that I want. But if you leave this all set to live weather, live traffic, and live multiplayer, you will see everybody that is in the sim that is set to live multiplayer. These two settings become irrelevant, which is something that Microsoft could have done a better job of explaining these little write-ups here, because they're just not very well put together. That's my opinion. Anyways, so I did a bit of a test bed with a friend of mine to kind of validate some of these things. And at the end of this video, I'm going to run that as a part of this video as well. But before I do that, I want to explain a few things, and then you'll kind of watch the live demonstration of what we actually did. Okay? So I'm going to leave it set like this. Now, I'm going to go and spawn in somewhere where I know there should be a lot of traffic. For example, LA is a good spot for that. Where's the airports over there? So what we're seeing here is all of these aircraft. These are the vast majority of them are going to be commercial flights, because I have live ATC turned on. If I don't want to see that, let's say I don't want to see any of that traffic. Notice how they all disappeared. All those little white aircraft, they're all gone. And again, I want to go see them again. And now they start popping back in. So that's what live traffic represents. Turning it off or turning it on. Live traffic is all of the commercial traffic that's flying around in the world. We get to see them. Okay? Next, I haven't done this, but let's see what the difference is. You notice here now in traffic of the past 24 hours gets turned off, okay? So in the past 24 hours, we're not going to see any traffic that's within the past 24 hours. Notice how there's nobody here, because within the last 24 hours, we don't get to see that traffic, okay? So we shouldn't see anybody. That's ultimately what it actually means. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to stay back zoomed in on that. Okay, now I want to go back and I want to change that back to live and demonstrate and show that all of the traffic is still there. Okay, now if we go here and I click on all players, notice that live is turned off. Save. Now we should see other players in here that are not just live traffic, but actual players. I don't know how you could discern which ones are players or not which ones are players being in here. And so, I guess what we could do is we could go here and we could turn off live and save. And really what we should be seeing now, if there are any players here, because I've got all players turned on, and live air traffic turned off, I won't see any of the air traffic, but if there is any people flying around here, I should see them. That's the hope. And yet I don't see anybody. It doesn't mean that I won't see anybody. I wonder if I've got to be in the sim, and maybe I'm demonstrating this not. I should be doing this in the sim. So I'm going to go back to here. Turn all of them back on. Now I'm going to go on ground somewhere. Let's pick a spot. This is as good a spot as any. So I should see commercial flights, real commercial flights. I should see real sim pilots out there, as long as they are set to live. There's a guy right there, big chain 36. There's another guy coming over here coming in on the runway over there. Okay, so you can see I'm seeing those people now. All those people that I'm seeing, they have theirs set to live. They have theirs set to live because I'm on live. They've got to be on live. If they were not on live, I would not see them. It's taking a time here, apparently. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go fly around a little bit, and I'm gonna go here and turn that on. Say okay, back, and then I'm gonna go here, turn on this developer, and then I'm gonna zoom out. So I can see a pile of commercial flights in here. I can see there's Robin Hitman, which is up there. So that's telling me that I am actually seeing there's Cal 5, which I think is a simmer. There was that Delta Sierra number 832, which is also a simmer. I'm pretty sure of it. But there's an American Airline 1, American Airline, Alaskan Airline, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we see all of the commercial flights, and if you don't want to see them, you can go into that flight area, that pre-flight area, and turn that off, and then you won't see any of these commercial flights. Now, I want to go up here. There. I want to click on this. So I'm going to go through one quick demonstration so that you can see it. I am set for real time, live weather. That's where I'm set, okay? I see Robin Hitman. Whether he sees me or not, that's not relevant. But if I change this to something other than live and he is not on live, I will not see him. So let me change that. No, sorry, I'm going to see him regardless. I take that back. That was wrong. I'm now going to see him regardless. But notice how this crimson guy just popped in. I think he just popped in. Let me put back to live, or real time, that is. Notice how he just disappeared? Okay, so that fella is set to all players. And because I go to real time, I no longer get to see him. I can bring him back in, again, simply putting to some other time other than real time. I'm hopeful that he's still in this general area. I think his name was Hitman or something like that. There, that guy just popped in, so he's another one that demonstrates what I'm trying to do. There's another guy that just popped in. Now, some of this can be proximity too, because here comes the other problem: is we have to be within 5 miles of one another. It appears, but I don't see that guy. But yeah, it's too bad I don't see him. But he may have changed something on his end. He may have actually be offline. Ultimately, what is the case is if you have live time on, live AI on, and live multiplayer on, you will see all AI traffic. You will be in live time, meaning if it's dark outside, then it's dark outside. If it's light outside, it's light outside. And you will only see the simming traffic, the simmers, that are set to live time. Anybody not set to live time, you will not see them. So my recommendation is set everything to live, except for whether you want to see the AI traffic and the real flights. If you don't want to see those, then turn that off. But otherwise, live time, live weather, live traffic, and live multiplayer. Now you can now control what you do see or what you don't see right here. You can then say, okay, this is what it would be when you first log into the sim. This is the configuration you're going to see. You will then see everybody that has these same configurations as you. And the only thing that's different in that, let me turn that sound down a bit, as I'm picking up too much background audio, I'm sure. You will then see everybody that is in this configuration. If you say to yourself, well, my friend is out here flying around and he's on all players, okay, and I want to see him, okay, change that time to something other than real time. And then your friend, give it a minute, but your friend should pop in and you should see him. For example, that Dan fellow just popped in, okay? That guy right there is probably set to all players. Now, why did Microsoft do this? If they actually did this, there Dan has disappeared. If they actually did this, well, I can think of one very neat way to utilize this system, and that is very often we see these fighter jet pilots flying around, and those guys, they're having fun in the sim, doing what they're doing, and that's fine. But I want to fly with a certain level of realism. I want to see all of the commercial traffic. I want to taxi properly. I want to hold short when I'm supposed to hold short. I don't want to be interfered with the dive bombing fighter pilot that's going to dive bomb me or buzz the tower or that kind of stuff. Those people, more often than not, it's my opinion, but those people more often than not are in all players because they want to see everybody. So I can eliminate those people simply by having everything set to live weather, live time, live traffic, and live multiplayer, and I can eliminate them by keeping this on real time. And those guys are gone. I don't see them anymore. They're out of the equation. Now, that's not to say they don't see me, because they do. They still see me. They just have no effect on me. They can dive bomb me 1,000 times if they like, and it won't matter. I won't see it. Like this guy who just took off, my guess he's in a fighter jet. Let's see if I can get it changed in time. Oh, he is set. He is live, so I am seeing him in live. I don't know what plane he's flying, but the point is that everybody I see is in live. And I'm hoping that Microsoft's intent was to do that so that we all in live would have some level of realism that the other people who want to just fly around in multiplayer and all players don't have. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to show you another video that kind of validates this kind of stuff. There's me and a friend of mine. His name is Don /Razor. and we were at a small regional airport, and we were doing this back and forth, and that video will kind of demonstrate some of it, and it will probably explain some more of this stuff in duplication. I do apologize for that, but I just want to point this out so that you actually see, hear how it works fundamentally, and then see the actual, evidentiary proof of it actually functioning that way. I will pick up with you guys on the other side of that video for conclusions and wrap recording. All right. This is to show how to get multiplayer to work consistently. Currently, my friend and Razor, we are both configured for live time, live weather, and live AI traffic. I see him and he sees me. If I change my time and put myself back to real time, so now we're in real time, he disappears because I only want to see players that are in real time. So I don't see him, but he, I believe, Don, look behind you.
Yeah, I still see you.
Okay, so that's why I had this on the wrong window. So he still sees me, and I don't see him. I'm on real time, meaning I don't want to see anybody that isn't on real time. He, in his setup, is on live weather, but not real time. He still gets to see me. So now, if I go back and change it back to not real time, he should spawn back in. Just put it there, and he should spawn back in there. And there he is. He is now respawned in. And likewise, should he change his time, Don, change your time to real time. So he's changing his time to real time. Okay. So now he's changed his time to real time. I still see him indicated there.
But I don't see you.
But he does not see me. I'm parked back there. He does not see me. Now, Don, go ahead and change it back to real time, something other than real time. And in a minute or 2 or 3 or 7 or seconds, I should appear there as well.
There you are.
And there I am. So ultimately, if you have it set for live weather, real time, live ATC, you will see everybody who has their configuration set up that way. If you want to fly somewhere and it's dark in real time and you want to change that to something else, you can do that. You can change it to something else. You will see everybody that is in real time or not real time. But all those people that are in real time will not see you. All right, Raymond, Stream Gamers, like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Be kind to everybody. As you know, that's anybody who's watching this knows that that's near and dear to my heart. Don't sweat the little things. They look after themselves. The big ones, do something about those ones that you can, and the ones you can't, don't sweat them because you can't do anything about them anyways. You guys enjoy. Until the next one, bye-bye now.